You're listening to Talking Ship with JD and Kenny.
Cruise talk, comedy, and chaos. Let's get at it.
Hey man, what's going on?
Not a whole lot, JD. Just getting ready to talk about some of this cruising stuff.
Heck yeah, it's my favorite topic in the world. Today we're going to be talking about Adventure of the Seas.
Ooh, adventure. Love that ship.
I do too. It was the first royal ship I ever been on, and although I've been on quite a few since, I think Adventure is still going to be my favorite.
Yeah.
Before we jump into it, let's get into some cruise news and rumors.
Oh, I know you got some good stuff. You always do.
We're going to start out with some Royal Caribbean news today. I'm pretty excited about this new ship that's coming out, the Legend of the Seas.
Oh, yes.
Have you heard about that one?
Oh, yeah.
The all-immersive dining experience, the, what's it called? The Wild West?
Royal Railway.
Royal Railway. Say that 10 times fast.
I know, right? I hear it's pretty cool, though. I've heard, I've actually talked to some people, and it's like a 5 or 6 course dinner. And what happens is, once you get in there, it's built like a train car, right? And
Right.
once you get in there, they open up the windows, and it's like I don't know how you. It's almost like 3D what you're looking at, like some high-end AI stuff going on the windows. It's pretty cool from what I hear.
Yeah, and I read that the staff is going to stay in character the whole time, as if you're actually in the Wild West.
Yes, yes. I did hear this about the Legend. It's not a Wild West. It's going to be a different theme, but the theme is I don't know yet. But they did say it's going to be a different theme from the Wild Wild West because I think the Wild Wild West is on the Utopia. So this one's going to be a whole different thing. I mean, it's still going to be the characters and everything going down and
Right.
serving you and staying in character and all that stuff, but it'll be different from the Wild Wild West thing.
It
But
sounds like it's going to be cool no matter what the theme is.
oh yeah, yeah.
Also on the Legend of the Seas, now I said I was most excited about that Wild West Railway, but the double-decker casino that's going to be in the
Oh,
Legend,
I did not know
man,
that.
I can barely contain myself with one level. 2 levels, I'm going to be out of my mind.
Who you telling, man? I'm gonna act like I'm in Vegas or something. I don't even know how to process that in my head on a ship. A ship, mind you.
Let's see what else they got going on. They got obviously, as much as they pump out new ships, they got
Yeah.
a new ship coming out in 26, 27, and 28. They're also planning a new show, which is going to be a Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
You made my loins jump. I mean, I'm like halfway there. That is like one of my favorite movies. I love it. Anything to do with, I even like the last remake. A lot of people said it was trash. I don't care. It's Charlie and the Chocolate Factory to me. I love all that stuff. I grew up on that. You know what I'm saying? Love
Oh,
it.
for sure. For sure. And I watched the remake recently too, and I didn't think it was that as bad as everybody told me it was going to be. I didn't think it was bad at all.
Yeah, it's I liked it. I don't care. I'm a big time Willy Wonka fan. I don't care. But that sounds cool. I bet it's going to be, just how Royal really gets into their entertainment. Going to be good.
I just it's going to be funny to see people licking the wallpaper as they walk in to watch the show to see if the snozberries really taste like snozberries.
That's awesome.
Let's see. Let's move on to Carnival. They've always got something crazy going on.
Yeah, Carnival, you know them. They, woo.
Of course, they got some new ships rolling out. Just like all of them do all the time. And
Right. I heard they got some good ones.
yeah, and the the topic of discussion for Carnival is always controversy for some reason. And the latest one is the no clack fans and no Bluetooth speakers. I know we talked about this before. I didn't know what a clack fan was for a long time. I had to look it up, but I know what it is now.
Old clack fans. Yep, I always knew what they were as soon as they started talking about them.
Right.
And yeah, I could see where that would be a problem inside, especially in the clubs. You know, people get a little drinky drink in them. You know, they get that liquid courage, and everybody and anybody gonna catch hands if they get their shoe stepped on or pushed or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. And that clack fan is basically a weapon.
Yeah, that thing's like 2 foot long, man. I mean, you pop somebody in the head with that, they gonna feel it.
For sure.
You know, and get a clack at the same time, you know?
Oh,
Shoot, I
man.
ain't got time for that, man. I like a good time just like anybody else, but you know how folks get when they drink, man. They just, some of them don't know how to hold their liquor, or some of them just don't need to be out in public. Period. Anyway, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, for
You
sure.
can't act no better than that.
For sure.
Messing it up for everybody else, but you know.
I think the next topic for Carnival was kind of in the direction of getting things under control. Not sure how it's going to work out. It's a little confusing to me, but they're rolling out a new mocktail package where you can go to the bar and order your favorite drink, non-alcoholic, which I thought you could do anyway.
Right? Yeah. I mean,
because I always see kids getting, the pina coladas, the non-alcoholic.
I mean,
pina
they're
coladas.
up at the bar with the mamas and daddies getting, like you said, a pina colada or whatever else, you can get as a mocktail.
Right, but on this new package, you can get the non-alcoholic beer, non-alcoholic wine, all those drinks. But here's the kicker: you still got to be 21 to get the mocktail package.
Which don't make a whole lot of sense.
No, so now these kids that have been getting pina coladas and daiquiris and all this non-alcohol free all this time, now because of this new package, they can't do that anymore.
In a way, that's what it sounds like, right?
Right. I mean, that's
now if you gotta be 21 to get a mocktail package, a fake drink package, and you gotta be 21. So I guess, like you said, the kids can't get these fake drinks next to their mama and daddy no more. Because I'm like you, I see it all the time.
I mean, I'm not a genius, but to me, it'd make more sense to include that stuff in the refreshment package and just price it out a little higher.
Yeah.
Instead of making a whole new package.
Yeah, just make like you said, refreshment package with the Cokes and all that. Just add all that together. I mean, it's non-alcoholic. I mean, who in their right mind? I mean, I don't know if I'd spend money on a whole package for fake drinks.
No.
For fake drinks? What? Yeah, might as well just get some sodas and call it a day.
Right. Let's get into the main topic here: Adventure of the Seas.
Adventure of the Seas. Good ship.
I love that ship. Like I said before, favorite one. Let's get into a couple facts from Royal Caribbean's fact sheet on the Adventure of the Seas. 15 total decks, 10 bars and lounges.
Fact.
1,557 staterooms.
Ooh, fact.
And holds a little over 3,000 guests.
That's a fact right there, folks.
That's a lot of people.
That's a lot of people. JD's a fact man.
Only because I'm reading it from the sheet. So since I always find a way to highlight bars and lounges, let me tell you what, my first experience at Bolero's was on the Adventure of the Seas, obviously, because it was my first ship. And I tell you what, Bolero's, I hit that up probably 3-4 times a day on those ships.
Bolero's is a good place. It's a good bar, place to dance, all that good stuff, man. It's a good bar. It's one I think in my opinion also, it's probably one of their top bars on any of the ships, That's one thing that Royal hasn't gotten ever away from, and that's boleros.
Good. I hope they don't ever get away from it. My second favorite on that is always the Schooner Bar. I mean, the Schooner Bar is
Yep.
my spot to be just about. In fact, when I'm not at Bolero's, I'm usually at Schooner. The piano bar entertainment on the Adventure of the Seas was top notch. I've been on Adventure twice, and both times the piano bar entertainment was amazing.
Yeah. The again, another staple in the Royal Caribbean barn, Schooner Bar. Top notch, baby. That's a good choice. I like that one also. Always liked it. And I like the decor that they put in it. It just
Yes,
makes it stand out more.
yes, for sure. And I also like the Duck and Dog, the Irish themed pub. That place has always got good entertainment too. Even though I'm more of a full band person than just one dude and his guitar, but still, I mean, we always have a good time in that place.
Oh yeah, because he's always going to play, especially late at night. He's going to play, music that everybody knows. That type of song that everybody screams to because they know a few of the words. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Another good choice, JD. You're on fire.
Let's talk about the shows in the main theater. I like that theater
Okay.
setup in there too in the Adventure. Um,
Yeah.
I was just on the Symphony not too long ago, which in comparison is way bigger ship than the Adventure. But
Uh huh.
the theater seating was a little bit weird to me in comparison to the Adventure.
Yeah, I agree. I was gonna say the theater itself is, if you go on the bigger ships, it's pretty comparable to the bigger ships, but it's made to where you can have a whole lot better seats, if that makes any sense. You can see more of the stage. Does that make sense?
Yes, for sure. What I was comparing it to when I was thinking about the Symphony versus the Adventure, I feel like there was no bad seats on the Adventure,
Yeah.
but on the Symphony there was some seats where your view was either obstructed or you were only seeing, a piece of the entertainment the whole time.
Exactly. It's the Adventures Theater, I think, for any type of, going to see a show of any capacity. I think that's a pretty decent size for a theater, actually. You know, it wasn't too big, it wasn't too small by no means, you know?
Right. Yeah, I'd like to see the numbers on exactly how many seats there are in those theaters. I'm sure it's something that's worth a Google.
Worth a Google.
Just about anything's worth a Google.
That is true. I've Googled all kind of stuff, probably a bunch of useless knowledge I have floating around this old head of mine.
The Adventure of the Sea is definitely a ship that, I mean, when you get those casino offers, Adventure's always on there for multiple dates. And you know what? I don't turn up my nose when I see
Nope.
it. If that's the ship that works out for the date that I'm looking to go,
Yep. I've
I will definitely do it again.
I've been on it probably, I know at least 4. It could be 5. Anytime we get an offer, and like you said, if that's the ship, I'm more than happy to go on that ship. Now there are some ships I want to try them all, but there are some ships that I'm not looking to just jump on like I would the Adventure.
Let's talk about the casino on the Adventure of the Seas.
We can do that.
That's where I got my first prime, was on my first trip to Adventure of the Seas. Not because I hit big, because I wouldn't walk away.
got, got that prime cherry busted, didn't you? Yeah, yeah.
I did.
Felt good,
I did.
didn't it?
And I know they offer you discounted cruises after you get so many points in the casino. I'll just go ahead and tell you, my next 2 discounted cruises after that were bought and paid for in that casino on the Adventure.
Oh, yeah. I'll tell anybody and everybody. Look, it's gambling. You go in there for fun. You're not spending no bill money. And guess what? Sometimes you can make some money. You're going to lose it more times than not. as long as you stay on a little type of program and not just spend and spend and spend. But yes, I'm just like you. I probably have bought and paid for some of my cruises, just like anybody else would. Don't let nobody fool you.
For sure. And when we do the episode where we're going to talk more specifically about casinos, we actually have a guest that's going to come on, Tina, who has been fortunate enough to get some of that money back out of the casino quite a few times in those slot machines.
That she has. I'm just going to say she's probably one of the luckiest people I've ever been around.
Got one of those in my crew that crews with me all the time. Steve, I've been to casinos all around the country with him, and he can walk past a slot machine, turn around and say, "This machine's calling my name," and hit.
Yeah, same thing.
He has not been that lucky on the cruises to this point, but he still does pretty good.
Yeah, Tina does amazing. I call her the slot whisperer, just so you know. That is her official alias, slot whisperer, because I don't know what she does. She touches them machines in a way they must not have been touched in a while, and they love it or something. I don't know. I'm a little more rough with it. You know what I'm saying? So they don't like that. So
right. The table games now. I played in They have one Texas Hold'em table, which is my preferred game. You got to play them slots to get the points, but I need a break every now and then.
Right.
Play some poker. I did pretty good. They always have a cash game at night, then a tournament during sea days. They usually have 2 tournaments. I think all the ships do 2 tournaments, one in the morning and one in the evening on sea days. But on the Adventure, there was one table. I was fortunate enough to get on it, and I didn't do well in the tournament at all, but the cash game, I just about covered my losses in the slot machines.
There you go. Yeah, there's that. You know, that's when I say Tina is the lucky one. She does the same thing for me. She everything I lose most times, she wins it back tenfold, you know, quite a few times. I like I'll tell you what I've gotten into, JD. I don't know if you've played it. Roulette. What do you think of that?
I like roulette. Just like anybody else, I've researched all those hundreds of different strategies people have on TikTok and Instagram. Yeah. And although I research those strategy for days before I go on a cruise, I get on the ship, get some cocktails in me, and I'm like, my birthday's in November. Give me an 11.
Just all over the board.
Such and such birthday's a 28. Such and such is a 2. And I've hit a couple times, but I've definitely given more money to that roulette than I've got.
I've grown to love it, man. Now, don't get me wrong. I am a craps player, you know, by trade. But I've gotten into roulette, and I really like it. My strategy is super simple. I'm like you. I've looked at some of that stuff on YouTube, and it's kind of complicated. And I'm like, I don't want to have to go up there with a calculator in my hand trying to figure out their math. You know what I'm saying? I just want to put some numbers down and play. And I looked at a really, really simple one, and it works for me.
Well, let's hear it. The suspense is killing me now.
You want to play 1 through 18 and odd or even. Boom. That's it.
That's it.
That is it. You've got most times you stay even. I'm talking about money-wise, what you win, what you lose. Most times you stay even, and yes, you're going to lose some. But then, first time I used it, I walked away with about $400 from $50. So I thought
Wow,
so I did pretty good on it. Yeah.
That's a pretty good return. I was
pretty impressed with it. Now, don't get me wrong. I've been on there before, and my $50 went away in 50 seconds. So,
right.
So, but it's just $50. I'm not, I've seen guys come up there and put $100 on 4 squares for 8 turns and didn't win a dime. And I'm like, wow, that's pretty impressive.
I'm definitely going to try that. My countdown is on for my next cruise. I think we're at like 20
Yeah.
days, maybe
We're
19. And I will
we're
definitely
right
try
behind you.
that.
Right behind you.
That's right. You're going on the same ship as me, which is
Yes,
the
sir.
Oasis of the Seas,
Yep.
2 weeks after me, right?
We almost got that just right without even trying.
Right, exactly.
Wasn't even trying, and you were like, well, I'm going in the 1st of November. I was like, I think I'm going in November too, but I couldn't remember the date, and then I looked at the date, and I was like, damn it. Almost got it.
Oh, that would have been awesome
would've-
if we didn't even plan it and just found out we were on the same ship.
Got that close and didn't even know it. But we got some stuff in the works. We'll get that fixed.
All right, everybody, you know what time it is.
What time is it?
You know it's coming.
What might that be?
A little segment called Just the Tip with Kenny, and maybe a little more.
Oh, I'll be gentle. Don't worry.
Question number 1 is from Brian. Brian is asking, what bars and restaurants can I use my deluxe drink package at? Are there any excluded?
For this answer, I'm going to go extremely with Royal Caribbean because I know that one the best. And the bars and restaurants you can use that deluxe drink package at is, wait for it, all of them. On top of that, you can use it at any of their private destinations, private islands, any of that. Other than the beach club in Nassau, the one that's getting ready to open in December. That'll be the only one because you have to buy the whole package with that thing. But anything else with Royal Caribbean, yes, you can use it at any bar, any restaurant. I hope that Brian likes that answer.
Sure he will. Question number 2 is from Tom. He wants to know, is room service free?
I'm going to say yes and no. Yes, because you can get continental breakfast with Royal Caribbean. You know what continental breakfast is, cereals, yogurts, muffins, toast, coffee, juices, all that's free. Now, if you get anything past that, say the eggs and all that good stuff, and say if you want dinner or lunch where they're serving sandwiches and salads and chicken wings and all that, $7.95. That's a one-time fee. So theoretically, you could get 3 hamburgers, 3 orders of wings. Guess what it's going to cost you? $7.95. That's it.
That's not bad at all.
Nope. So really good. We've done it quite a few times. I mean, I'll tell you something funny real quick. We did it for breakfast one time. I had a little bit too much to drink when I filled it out. So I wanted to surprise, my better half. I was like trying to be, that romantic husband. And I'm like, I'm going to order her some breakfast. We have breakfast in bed and be all sexified and all that good stuff. Come that next morning, unbeknownst to me, I had 6 trays worth of food. So that means I had 12 pancakes, probably about 8 eggs over easy, a plate full of bacon, a plate full of sausage, 4 bagels, 7 pieces of toast. It was ridiculously too much. So, but again, all that cost me was $7.95.
That at all.
No, it's good. It's a good deal, and the food's pretty decent. And it's made fresh. It's not like you order that and then they run the buffet or something. You know what I'm saying? That food's made fresh.
Right. Holly, she wants to know if the WoW bands are worth the cost.
Holly, to that question, I would answer somewhat. I'm going to give it probably 75% worth it. Reason being, they work better on the bigger ships, Icon class, Oasis class, Quantum class. Uh, some of the smaller ships have it also. Say like the Adventure has it, Freedom. What else is there? I think those are the smaller ones that have it. And here's the thing. This is why I think it's just somewhat worth it. Now, yes, can you use it to purchase things in the shops? Yes. At the bar? Yes. Does it open your cabin door? Yes. But when you're getting off of the ship, you still have to have your C-Pass card. When you're getting back on the ship, of course, you still have to have your C-Pass card. So if they could notch that part of it out and you just use your WOW band and not have to worry about carrying that card at any point in time, then that would be a great deal. They only cost $9.95. They don't cost a whole lot, and you can reuse the same band. So, say if you get the band on Adventure, and say like JD's getting ready to go on the Aces, and he had bought the WOW bands, all he has to do is get that reprogrammed for the Oasis, and that's free of charge. So it's just a one-time charge for the band, but I think they need to, if you're going to get on and off the boat, they need to be able to use it for that also. That's why I say somewhat.
You should be able to just scan it on your way out, and then it pulls up your picture.
Yes.
Because your account is connected to it, instead of having to show your actual C-Pass.
Exactly.
That makes more sense. Number 4 is from Thomas. He wants to know, do you have any advice on what to do if you get bored easily? He's never been on a cruise yet, and he wants to go, but he's afraid that he'll get bored, and it's actually a two-parter. He doesn't want to feel rushed and obligated to do things. If he's sitting on the pool deck and a show's about to start, he doesn't want to have to hurry up and pack up and go do the show. What's your advice on that?
Well, Thomas, this is what I would, I'll try to do it in two parts also. So, you don't want to get bored. The first answer I'm going to give is you need to choose the right ship, which means you've got to do a little research. You got to put in a little legwork to figure out what ship you're wanting to go. Everybody sees these commercials with all the big ships and all the bells and whistles, and sometimes people think all Royal Caribbean ships are like that, and they are not like that by no means. You know as well as I do. Some of their smaller ships, no bells and whistles. I've been on those. There's nothing wrong with those if that's what you want. Those are more for an older crowd, relaxing. The ports are a little bit better because they can go into a little bit more exotic places. The bigger ships, of course, they're going to have all the bells and whistles, all the slides, all the zip lines, all the rock climbing, all the biggest and best shows, all the best bars, all the whatever is bigger and better on these big ships. The thing you got to remember is you're going to get a bigger price also. So you've got to put in some footwork to figure out what it is that you want to do on a ship, and then look for that type of ship, and then try to find the best price out of those bigger ships that you think you can handle. Now, the second part of that, I'll just start by saying before my cruises, I book all the shows. I book anything I can book. Why? Because those spots go quick. But does that mean I'm going to go? Probably. I'm probably 50-50 on half of the stuff I that I book. Why? Because I'm busy doing something else, or I might just not want to go. I might be in the casino. I might be at the bar. I might be, in the club dancing my, little tushy off. I mean, you don't have to go if you've booked something. Trust me, that's baked into the cake. They always have a standby line if somebody doesn't show up. And 9 times out of 10, anybody who's in that standby line are getting in, because why? People didn't show up. You don't have to go. There's not going to be a a penalty on you if you don't go. So it's all up to you and what you want to do when you get on the ship.
I think that's a great answer. You're not, just because it's there, you're not obligated to do it. Like, and a lot of times, Thomas, just to add to that, is, let's say you're having a great time on the pool deck and there's a show starting at 1:00 that you really want to see. Well, you know what? Most of the time, there's another one later on that night or later in the week. So you don't have to go to that specific one and put your day on hold for it. So the next question is from Karen. She wants to know, is the Key program worth it?
Karen, I don't know if you'll get mad at this answer or not, but just in my personal opinion, that's going to be a big no from me. The Key,
I agree.
The Key is so front end loaded that, that after that first day, you really don't have much to, the Key's not going to do a whole lot for you, especially with the price of it. It goes anywhere from $31 to $49, depending on what cruise, what ship, what itinerary, all that good stuff. And that's a day. That's not a one-time fee. That's a day. So if you're on a 7-night cruise and you got to spend between $31 and $49, and when I say front-end loaded, so here's what you get on the Key. You get priority boarding, which, okay, that's good. Carry-on bag drop-off. That's neither here nor there for me. I don't know if I want to drop off my backpack, just somewhere. Because my backpack's going to have money and stuff in it, so I'm going to keep that with me more than likely. An exclusive welcome lunch. And I can tell you from experience that exclusive welcome lunch is from Chops. Now, don't get me wrong, that lunch is good. But that's on the first day also. You get internet service for one device. And the last 3 things are dedicated seating at shows, and that seating, again, from experience, isn't always in like a prime spot. Because I've complained, I didn't complain to them about it. I've complained to my other half. I'm like, man, these seats suck. I could have got something better just walking in on my own without, priority tender. And you could probably attest to this too, JD. When's the last time you've tendered? Tenders are
It's been a
tenders
while.
are getting rare. There's ports everywhere now. Ports are being built everywhere. So that tender thing, that's like a non-starter. And then choice departure. That's it. That's what the Key is. So it's front end loaded. Is it worth the $31 to $49? No, not for what you're getting. That's just I'll get off my soapbox now. I'll let you say something on that, JD. What do you think?
Well, I've never got the Key. I have looked at it several times. That was my concern with it too. It seems like the very first day of the cruise, you're getting a Chops lunch for basically, if you're lucky enough to get the Key, for $25, $27.
Yeah, like
the
say
way I looked at
Black
it
Friday
is,
or something. Yeah.
right, yeah. So the way I looked at it as, the Chops lunch, that's worth $25, $30. Priority boarding, I never have a problem. I always stay up till midnight to check in, so I get that very first time slot.
Exactly.
And I'll tell you this: the last cruise I was on, they had that separate line for the Key members, and I'm telling you, when I was going through security, they were right in front of me. They got on maybe 30 seconds before I did.
And that's the thing. Royals got it down so good. It doesn't matter if you have the Key or not. You're going to be on that ship probably within anywhere from 10 to 20 minutes at the most. I mean, it's crazy. They've got it down to a pat now. They've got it down to a science. They can get you on and off that boat quickly.
And disembarking, I mean, I've never had an issue. A couple times I've had like the earliest flight time, and you let them know that, and they get you off the ship. I knock on wood, I have not been late for a flight, and I've had several flights that were so early that I had to be the first one off the ship, get an Uber as soon as I could, even pay top dollar so I got to that airport in time to get through security and all that. I say that to say I have never been late for an early flight.
They are really good about getting you on and off the ships now. I'm not trying to, I'm not trying to say make a make a 7 o'clock, flight when you're just getting back in at 6 or something crazy. I'm saying, and I don't know what time you had your flight. You might have had it at 7. You might have just blown my bubble away. Where'd you have it at?
No, I believe it was like 9:30.
Oh, see, yeah. If you get in at like 6, which they've been, most ships do get in about 6, and they start disembarking about what, 6:30, 7 o'clock most times now? Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't have a problem with it. And we usually just carry our stuff off. We like one of the first people off the ship. We like to get our stuff and poof, be down the road. You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
absolutely.
There's I don't see how they can put a price on priority boarding. I don't. So that's another knock on it. So it's not worth it. Don't do it, Karen.
All right. I hope we answered all your questions there, and
I think we did pretty good job on those questions. But just so the audience knows, send in all the questions you want. We'll take them and we'll do our best to answer them.
That's right. We'll be putting an email address in the description here on the episode, and also you can hit us up on Instagram at talking_ship.
Talking_ship.
All right, that's going to do it for the Adventure of the Seas talk.
That was a good talk too. That was a real good talk. Love the Adventure of the Seas. I just want to let everybody know before we wrap it up. Don't forget, hit us up on Instagram. We're going to be trying to get some stuff on YouTube here soon. But hit us up. Give us some more questions. We love these questions. Send in some stories. All right, Talking Ship fam. We'll talk to you later.
See ya.